Hey everyone! So you're looking to become an ITI training officer, right? That's a huge career-changing move. But in a field that's absolutely packed with talent, how do you get that edge? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Let's get right into it. Okay, first things first, let's be clear. This is not just some run-of-the-mill exam. We're talking about a post under the Department of Technology, Skills, and Employment, run by the Madhya Pradesh Professional Examination Board. This is the real deal, a super respected position, and that's exactly why so many people want it. And there's the rub, right? You've got literally thousands of other smart, skilled people all going for the same few spots. It's intense. So the million-dollar question is, how do you actually stand out from that crowd? How do you make sure all your hard work pays off? All right, to figure that out, we've got to face the facts. This is a huge goal, and it's definitely not going to be easy. You know, this quote just nails it. For so many people, this isn't just about getting a paycheck. It's a dream job. And when you have that level of passion from thousands of applicants, you know the competition is going to be fierce. It means you can't just study hard, you have to study smart. So, faced with this massive challenge, what's the game plan? Well, you do what any good engineer would do. You take it apart to see how it works. Let's deconstruct this exam and look at the blueprint. Okay, here's the breakdown. It's pretty straightforward. 100 questions, 100 marks, and you've got 2 hours, tick-tock. But here's the kicker. Look at that split. A whopping 75% of your entire score comes from your specific trade. That's huge. The other 25% is a mix of math, science, general knowledge, and all that good stuff. So what does this tell you? Your trade knowledge has to be rock solid, no question. But that extra 25%, that's where you're going to outscore the competition. And just look at the range of topics. It's not enough to be a wizard in your technical trade. Nope. You've also got to be sharp on your math and science fundamentals. You need to be able to think logically, know your way around a computer, and even keep up with what's happening in the world. They're really testing the whole package here. Okay, so we know what the exam looks like. We know it's tough, but knowing the problem is only half the battle, right? You need the right tools for the job. And that's what we're talking about next, your secret weapon, the mock test series. So what is a mock test series really? The best way to think about it is like a flight simulator for a pilot. It's not just practice. It's a perfect simulation of the real thing. It's got the same pattern, the same syllabus, and most importantly, the same time pressure. This isn't just about getting questions right. It's about training for the actual event. So how much practice are we talking about? 51. Yeah, you heard that right. 51 dedicated tests. That is a ton of practice, covering pretty much every single angle you can think of. And these aren't just 51 generic tests. No way. They're super specialized. You've got 20 tests just for the fitter trade, 23 for electricians, and then another 8 that are laser-focused on that tricky general aptitude section. It's all about giving you targeted practice exactly where you're going to need it. But you might be asking, why does this work so well? Let's dig into how this whole process takes you from just, practicing to actually performing at your absolute best when it counts. It's really a step-by-step path to getting better. First, you get comfortable with the block. You learn how to manage those 2 hours so you're not panicking. As you do that, your speed and accuracy just naturally get better. And then comes the really cool part. You start getting data back on your performance so you can see exactly where you're weak. It's the smartest, most efficient way to revise everything. And it gets even better. There are some hidden advantages here. You get to see old exam papers, so you start to notice patterns. You learn how to avoid those silly mistakes that everyone makes under pressure. Plus, with things like an all-India rank, you can see exactly how you stack up against thousands of others. All of this stuff builds real confidence, the kind of confidence you can only get from knowing you're truly prepared. So what this all boils down to is a complete transformation. You're shifting from feeling anxious and just hoping for the best to feeling confident and having a solid strategy. Just look at the difference here. It's like there are 2 types of candidates. You've got the anxious candidate who's not sure about the pattern, freaks out about the time, and makes silly mistakes. Then you've got the confident candidate. They have a strategy, they're cool under pressure, and they know exactly what they're good at and what they need to work on. The mock tests, they're the bridge that gets you from the left side to the right side. So at the end of the day, the question isn't, is the exam hard? Of course it is. The real question is, are you ready to stop just working hard and start working smart? Are you ready to turn all that effort into real success? The choice is yours.